Welcome and thank you for joining us for another Chamber Talk here on the Fairfield Media Center. My name is Jason Strong, and we are in the house again today with Director of the Fairfield Area Chamber of Commerce, Mindy McAdams, and going over the Chamber Chatter, which if you're not a part of the Chamber Chatter, get signed up for the Chamber Chatter. We drive this home every week. It's an awesome email that you can get weekly, or bi-weekly now. Two times. And it has the things that are going on at the Chamber and even around town. You guys have the community calendar on the website, so go to fairfieldiowa.com, get signed up, stay informed.
Don't miss any fun.
Exactly. So the
Easter rabbit's right around the corner, and we have all the Easter egg hunts coming up soon. Claire's been working hard on compiling.
It is going to be here so much quicker than people realize.
That's right.
So all that being said, I'm sure the Chamber isn't slowing down at all. What all do you guys have going on?
We're in awards banquet season. Awards banquet. We did the Euro winner announcements, Publishers Clearinghouse style. And so it was wonderful to get to go surprise people like the Arts and Convention Center and say, "You're a winner." And so we had some tears, and we had, oh my goodness, we had somebody who was jumping up and down, so excited. And so get your seat, get your table. We are filling up fast, and there's only so many tables that are at the convention center, and we use every single one of them.
Well, I know, being part of the Carnegie Museum, we were pretty excited to see that paper sitting on the table when I walked in the door, and knowing that we were able to get recognized. So.
I love it. I've seen them on some of the businesses have put them on their doors. Some people have posted them on social media. And there's more, because there's some awards out there that nobody knows about. And of course, we always culminate with Citizen of the Year. And so those folks really don't know, which is always the best part.
Those are the top secret things.
Yes, which is always a great thing.
And I'm guessing there's a list of people that have been sworn to secrecy, and there will be consequences if
it is a very short list. You'd really be surprised. But the past Citizens of the Year who attended the meeting and selected the new ones, they know the routine. Like they know that, you'll get in big old trouble. And then outside of them, it's really very limited. Myself and Claire, because Claire's my all-knowing everything. Outside of that, there's just a few people, and that's because we needed them to know to make sure that person gets there and to get in on our surprise. So yeah, it's so exciting. And the Kentucky Derby is the theme. And I happen to know that Miss Denise Hall is spending every waking hour creating all the great centerpiece stuff. She's done such a great job. I'm so excited to get to see it all come together.
That is amazing. I hope to be there this year. I know I've missed out on the last couple of years, but just being more involved, and I'm a part of different entities that get involved more and more now. So I am sure I will be there this time.
And we'll be releasing the menu shortly. We're still tweaking a few things, and we met with the convention center today, and we may have a fun drink special while supplies last. So get there at 5:30 for that social, so you can partake in our drink special.
Yeah, nothing better than networking.
That's right.
It's really what it is. It's who you know and how you know them.
And last year our ambassadors really stepped up, and they walk you to your table and help you find where you're supposed to sit. And I loved that touch. So we'll be doing that again this year. You have to come in through the theater doors because we have to set it up differently because we're outgrowing our space, which is a great problem to have, right? Like I love the awards banquet. It's very exhausting. It's a very long day, but it is so wonderful. And I always end up with some tears when Johnine is talking about somebody, or when the Citizen of the Year's family comes out. It's going to be great.
It makes all the work worthwhile.
Absolutely. And then, Blast Off is right around the corner. So you've got to get registered for that foursome, because we are limiting how many teams we're going to have. And if you're a small business who, I don't feel like you are big enough to have a business after hours, or if you're one of those at-home businesses, get a space for the all chamber business after hours on June 5th, the night before. You buy a table for $30, and you can tell all the people all the things, and it's going to be a good time. There'll be free drinks and free appetizers, and it's going to be a good time.
Now, you mentioned that being out in June. Sometimes we talk about things that are a few months out even. And again, that's because the time's just going to fly as summer starts kicking off. I think today's got a high of 81. I know I'm rocking shorts. I'm eating up all the sunshine I can. And not that it's uncommon for me to wear shorts. I'll wear shorts in the middle of winter. But yeah, so it's one of those things though, as that nice warm weather kicks in, all this stuff just starts flying.
Well, and the other part of it is planning a big event like the awards banquet or like Blast Off. There's so many moving parts. So we have to order our golf carts ahead of time, and we're very limited on how many we can get because we only pay for one truckload, and we are limiting the amount of teams that are going to be on the course. So if you are not early buy-ins, you may not have a spot, or you may have to walk. I mean, I don't think that sounds like a good time, but I mean, if you want to walk.
Got to pre-plan, got to get in the door, make sure you're one of the first ones signed up in order to get a spot.
Absolutely.
That all being said, we have a guest in today from the Fairfield Arts and Convention Center. I know that.
He's
Plus,
got lots
you're
of
involved in so many other things.
It's a true story.
This is not his convention center hat. He has on his Fairfield Youth Performing Arts hat.
A very well-earned hat.
Definitely a goofy hat as well.
You left us with a cliffhanger last time, but you're first going to talk about, you had some very visionary people step up to support your program.
I did. And last week we had a lot of fun announcing publicly the 3 local businesses who stepped up and agreed to sponsorship for our organization. We call it our Starlight Visionary Sponsorship level. It's our top level, and it's our organizational or foundational level of sponsorship. It basically says that these businesses really are 100% behind what we're doing and our organizational goals and our mission, vision, and purpose statements, and really want to put their resources, both human and financial, behind the effort to make it as successful as possible. And we had fun rolling out this announcement, and I just wanted to take this opportunity to say thank you once again to those 3 businesses and the people who helped us out, and in no particular order. Farm Bureau Financial Services, Alex Kessel, thank you so much. You do so much in the community, and we're proud to be part of that. So thank you very much. We'll make you proud. And we'll also do the same for Nathan Gamet and Paul Prather over at Everybody's. Oh, yeah. Those guys are just so wonderful and always behind the arts. And we're happy to to move our goals forward with their name on all of our social media, print media stuff, as well as a top-tiered sponsor. And then finally, Kristen Fisher, who helped out immensely with rounding up a sponsorship from Cambridge Investment Research, another entity that does so much in the community already. We could spend a whole episode just listing that off itself. But thank you so much to Farm Bureau, Everybody's, and Cambridge. We really appreciate your support.
Well, and it's hard to get those visionary ones at the beginning, right? Because you're creating something that nobody knows what it's going to look like, right? Like we're working on Main Street right now, and I just wrote that in an email today. You have to be visionary to support something that you don't really know what it's going to look like when it comes to fruition.
Right, and that was part of why we named that top tier because there's a lot of trust put forth.
Absolutely.
It'll be much easier in 2026 because there will be 2 shows in the past that they'll be able to look at and say, this is what we participated in bringing to the community. So it'll be an easier decision for everybody then. Right now, we're sort of fledgling and unknown.
It's a labor of love when you're first starting out.
Oof, yes.
Absolutely.
So it's that proving time.
Absolutely. Well, great job on being visionary. And all 3, of course, are in the Chamber family. So we love them all. Okay, so you cliffhangered me last time.
Well, at the time, when we left off, I had secret knowledge of what our shows were going to be. At the time, I had yet to actually physically secure the rights through the licensing organizations for both. That is, of course, transpired in the meantime. So now I'm ready to announce that our 2025 production season, it'll begin with our summer musical, which will be July 25th, 26th, and 27th. And we will be presenting Mary Poppins Jr. In cooperation with Music Theater International, from whom we got the licensing, and we're really looking forward to that show. That show in particular means a lot to be our first show, because when our board was discussing, how we should kick off and what's the first thing, there was some talk back and forth about, maybe we should start out small and build our way up. The other school of thought was that, maybe we should just try and go out there and blow everybody's hair back the first time out. That was the side I was on, and I think it didn't take long.
I was going to say, that doesn't seem that
Not
surprising.
surprised.
Yeah, it didn't take long before everybody was kind of in that same mindset. There's, with a lot of the donations and the sponsorships that we have, like I told you, there's a lot of good faith going out there. These donations are based on goodwill and good luck. But, you go back for year two, looking for more funding. Now it's time to show what you did.
Yeah.
And we
prove
thought
yourself.
this is an opportunity to really put our money's where our mouth is. And we're going to bring a great show with great production value, great talent. The kids that we have signed up are already starting to build up their excitement and their enthusiasm for the show, and think about what parts they want to audition for and so forth. So we're really looking forward to that. Then we are going to follow this up in the winter, and this one won't be a musical, it'll be a straight play, and our board has exhaustively gone through a whole bunch of candidates' suggestions that were brought by our board members, all of which were great. And we used a ranked choice voting to narrow it down, and it took us like 4 passes to finally get to which one we were going to do. And it is a comedy by Marilyn Dobson, and through Dramatic Publishing, it is the somewhat true tale of Robin Hood.
Oh my goodness.
And it is going to be so funny. I laughed out loud when I was reading the script, imagining the ways that we're going to bring some of these things to the stage. I was imagining sort of the comedy is kind of Mel Brooks meets Monty Python.
Oh, nice.
It's going to be outrageous. And so we've got that one on the back burner because we're really focused on Mary Poppins right now. But there's a part of our brains that are sort of segmented and working in the background on the whole Robin Hood thing. It's going to be great.
So can kiddos still sign up?
Kiddos can still sign up. In fact, Jason, I'm going to send you a QR code that
I love QR codes.
that you can edit into this, and then if the viewers want to follow that QR code, it'll take them to a sign-up sheet where you can get the kids' names and their contact information logged in. Now, you don't have to be signed up in order to audition, but it helps us be able to know what human resources we have. It helps us to organize our auditions, our other events, when we have to order things, knowing how many kids and volunteers we're looking at. So I really do encourage and want to try and incentivize signing up ahead of time. So check out the QR code that Jason's going to put on the screen, probably over here somewhere. I don't know where it's going to be. See, now
Here.
Probably going to be centered somewhere lower third area because we have another QR code for the TV station
I
for
see.
the TV guide.
Well, maybe you can put it where your beard used to be.
Oh, you went there.
All good.
Sorry. It's going to be great. But if you do sign up, you will receive an email thanking you for signing up. And in that email will be information about our Mary Poppins auditions, which are coming right up. If you don't sign up, you're going to have to wait until April 7th when we release that information publicly, and you will see that through Chamber Chatter on Friday, the 7th of April. So stay tuned. If you'd rather wait until then, that's fine too. But
Super top secret.
yeah, but if you sign up ahead of time, you'll have audition materials made available to you, as well as all of the details about the auditions. So I really do encourage you to sign up in advance. It does not commit you to anything, and as always, any information you give us is private. We don't share it. We're not out there compiling a list of names, phone numbers, and email addresses to sell to advertisers.
Not data collecting.
That's not the kind of data collection that we're doing. So no worries there. But yeah, audition announcement coming up on Friday, April 7th on Chamber Chatter. And I encourage you all to go ahead and get the kids and adult volunteers signed up as well. And one other thing that I would mention, a lot of kids say, oh, I'm not into the acting and performing thing. I don't dance, I don't sing. We do also encourage kids who are problem solvers, who maybe want to work backstage, learn some of the theater craft side of putting on a production as well. We have room for kids who don't act, sing, and dance as well. So we would encourage those kids to give us a look as well. It's going to be a lot of fun.
Awesome. Okay, so you've got your big visionary sponsors. What if I want to sponsor, but I don't want to be quite visionary Starlight?
Well,
I'm not feeling that fancy.
Well, I only made 3 of those available, and they're all taken up anyways.
Perfect.
So no worries. You don't have to have the stress of choosing that top level. We do still have sponsorships available that sponsor us on a seasonal level. So if you want to sponsor the entire 2025 season, you can do that. There's also, you can sponsor a particular production. You can sponsor the 3 dates of Mary Poppins, or the 4 dates of Robin Hood, which I should mention, I forgot to mention before, are December 11th through 14th. Both productions are at the Fairfield Arts and Convention Center in the theater.
Nice.
So you can sponsor at that level, or you can sponsor a particular performance. I'm getting one sponsor to sponsor a show, an individual performance of an individual show. 1 each, so that means that there are 7 total. I have 2 of those filled and 5 remaining. 2 remaining for Mary Poppins, 3 remaining for Robin Hood, and I'm hoping that more people step up in the community and want to give us a look and get behind us with your support.
So how can they find those sponsorship levels, and how do they sign up?
Well, the sign up, like I said, we're going to put up a QR code that'll take you to a form, a sign up form. And probably what I will do is encourage you, if you want to sponsor, to email me at board@fipatheater.org. And Jason, can we put that up on the screen as well? I'll send that over to you as well. If you're interested in a sponsorship or even an individual donation, which we also accept, that's fine. Just email me to make arrangements at board@fipatheater.org.
And it's either there, or you can also go to the Chamber and to the directory and find the Fairfield Youth Performing Arts, because, of course, they're part of the Chamber family.
That's right. And you can find Fairfield Youth Performing Arts on Facebook as well, and there's lots of good information there. Absolutely. And links to all of the same.
All right, so April 7th is the big announcement about auditions in Chamber Chatter. So if you're not signed up, fairfieldiowa.com, scroll down halfway, click subscribe to e-newsletter. Bing, bang, boom.
It's really simple, really easy.
So thank you for being here.
Thank you.
One thing we forgot, we had an April business after hours that they've decided to move back to later in the year. So we didn't have one until just recently. We have a new member, and it is Ink Therapy Studios, and they are on Burlington, right next to the Wildflower Salon.
Now, when I first read ink therapy on the chamber newsletter, I sat there and immediately I was like, that would be a really cool tattoo parlor name.
It is a tattoo
and lo and
and
behold,
piercing.
that's what it is.
Absolutely. And so this gentleman and his wife run the studio, and they've got 20 years experience. They have another studio in Ottumwa, and they're very dynamic go-getters. Much like if you've not been to the barbershop on Broadway, those fellas are awesome, just amazing. So Jacob and his family have brought in some friends. So it's a business after hours. There's a ribbon cutting at noon, and then it's their grand opening, and everybody's involved. So if you've not seen the promo on that, if you open social media, you will, because we're paying for that. But it's from 4 to 7. You can come out at noon and watch the ribbon cutting. But they are doing some really great things, and a portion of all the proceeds are going to charity.
Awesome.
So everybody involved in that, if they're selling something, it's going to charity. I know that their son, who has a marketing business, is giving away a website with a CRM built in for free. So there's lots of things going to happen at that business after hours. I'm super
Awesome.
excited about it.
Awesome.
Hey, I have an idea. If I get all my sponsorships filled up before May 9th, I'll go down to Ink Therapy. I have no tattoos. I'll get my first tattoo as Mary Poppins right here on my arm.
I will warn you, as somebody who has tattoos, when you get one, it's addicting.
Addictive. Yep.
It's addicting.
I'm past my addictive phase, but we'll see.
As someone who also has a few, I might be landing one. I might be wanting one at business after hours. I'm just saying.
I'm always wanting newer tattoos.
Absolutely. So join us for business after hours on April 4th. It's Friday. It's Fairfield First Fridays. So get out and celebrate Fairfield First Fridays. Do all the things. Stop in all the places.
We got great weather heading our way, as far as I know. It's going to be, spring, so there's going to be rain and showers and whatnot in there. But I know a lot of people who are going to be out and about enjoying the great weather.
Heard there's some good food trucks coming.
Exactly. I love food trucks.
I love
All
Absolutely
right.
love them.
Well, thanks, gentlemen. It's been a fun week.
It's been awesome. Thank you guys for joining us for another Chamber Talk, and we will be back next week.